Title: GDP Over Time. Over the long term, US real GDP have increased dramatically. At the same time, GDP has not increased the same amount each year. The speeding up and slowing down of GDP growth represents the business cycle. When GDP declines significantly, a recession occurs. A longer and deeper decline is a depression. Recessions begin at the business cycle's peak and end at the trough. The gross domestic product, GDP, measures of national income and output for a given country's economy. The gross domestic product, GDP, is equal to the total expenditures for all final goods and services produced within the country in a stipulated period of time. The gross domestic product, GDP, in the United States was worth $21,427.7 billion in 2019, according to official data from the World Bank and projections from Trading Economics. The GDP value of the United States represents 17.65% of the world economy. The gross domestic product, GDP, in European Union was worth $15,592.8 billion in 2019, according to official data from the World Bank and projections from Trading Economics. The GDP value of European Union represents 13.39% of the world economy. The gross domestic product, GDP, in China was worth $14,342.9 billion in 2019, according to official data from the World Bank and projections from Trading Economics. The GDP value of China represents 11.81% of the world economy. The gross domestic product, GDP, in Turkey was worth $754.41 billion in 2019, according to official data from the World Bank and projections from Trading Economics. The GDP value of Turkey represents 0.63% of the world economy. Short-term declines have regularly interrupted the generally upward long-term path of GDP. We call a significant decline in real GDP a recession. We call an especially lengthy and deep recession a depression. We call the highest point of the economy, before the recession begins, the peak. Conversely, the lowest point of a recession, before a recovery begins, is the trough. Thus, a recession lasts from peak to trough, and an economic upswing runs from trough to peak. We call the economy's movement from peak to trough and trough to peak the business cycle.